there.
Yeah,
you know?
most countries refuse to recognize that he won this election that he claims.
So you can call him the terrorist in chief, basically.
Yes. Okay.
And he has a team of ISIS-like terrorists who are roaming the streets, and they're capturing people and they're torturing people, and that's how we live now.
Oh my God.
I'm afraid to walk the streets sometimes. Like, I was taken in about a month ago.
Really?
And I was just I went. Now I'm doing road shows, so I went to another city, and I'm just walking
comedy?
from the. Yeah.
Okay.
Comedy is blooming. Like it's. I don't know why. Yeah, exactly. When you're scared, I guess you can either cry or laugh. So people just choose laughter. Yeah, but we have 30 shows this week, open mics and different variations.
All around the country?
No, just in Minsk.
Just in Minsk, okay.
Wow. Road doing comedy, and what happened?
Right, and I was just walking from the train station to the venue, which is in the center of the city. I've never been there before. You know, I'm just walking, and I see like a dark minivan just like park in front of me, and I'm like, oh shit! And I'm telling the guy that I'm about to meet, I'm like, these fuckers. Well, I turned around and I walked the other way, and I'm like, yeah, damn, these fuckers just almost got me. And there's another one. He just cuts off, and they just take me in, and they start like yelling at me, and I'm just scared shitless, you know. And it's a minivan full of fucking masked people with rifles and all that shit. And there's like 2 rows of them. I don't know, like 20 people. I don't know how many, maybe 10 people, right? And one of them is just yelling at me, and I'm just like, why are you yelling? You know? And so they just search me. They take my phone, you know, and they start going through my phone. Thank God my phone is in English. And these people, I don't think they take English classes in the ISIS school or whatever. Actually, ISIS probably
ISIS knows English better than these guys, I bet. Yeah,
much better. Yeah. So and they're just I guess on that day they didn't really. Sometimes they have orders, you know, and their orders look like, all right, just take in, you know, 1,000 people and
like
be
quotas.
rough.
Like you gotta arrest people just to scare.
Right. Yeah, and I just basically told them I'm a comedian. I'm going to the show. And honestly, dude, they were like part of me. I basically now I do not consider them as humans. Like I've never felt hatred in my life, you know. But them, I hate more than anything in this world, because if you look at the atrocities that they commit, I just there's no forgiveness in my heart for these people, you know. I mean, the dark side of me just doesn't care what happens to them or their families. I don't want to go on, but that's just how everybody feels, you know.
Are these people, are they Belarusian? Are they local people?
Yeah.
It's like the police department.
It's like the local police. It's not some outside force coming in.
No. It's not police. It's like
special forces, sort of, but like a local.
Yeah, like SWAT, like, you know.
Are they private? Like, do they work for the government, or are they just hired by?
They work for the government. Yeah.
Okay.
And they have no tags, nothing.
So like undercover.
So they could be police, you know, but they're just dressed like that. I don't even know who they are.
Do they identify themselves in any way? There's no, like, it could just be, just like,
come on.
Yeah.
And were you by yourself when this happened, or was it you and a group of people got taken in?
No, just me. I was about to meet the organizer.
But did they ask you specific questions about anything like?
Yeah, dude, you won't believe. Well, first of all, there was like a lady without her mask, the balaclava on, you know, and she was like a hot blonde. I'm telling you.
This is how pornos start.
Dude, the other one was like looking at me through the mask, but I could see like her eyelashes, and they were like, they had little, you know, I could see that she doesn't know how to do it correctly. They got a little bits all over him, you know. She probably doesn't have good mascara or something.
Little clumps.
It was, I mean,
you could use some makeup lessons.
Part of it was endearing, you know, and and they were looking through my phone, and there's so much shit that can get me in trouble.
Yeah.
And they would just show me stuff, and they were like, "Oh, the victory is near." Well, what is that? And I just shrugged. And
soccer
I go, like,
game.
No, but honestly, you know that flag, the white, red, white flag. I have it everywhere. You know.
And just to clear up, that's the flag from the last time Belarus
was an independent nation.
Okay, and that's the one that people are
For
now
2 years.
flying as, hey, we need to do this again. This is what we are now again. We are an
Yeah,
independent
it
nation.
kind of unites people from all walks of life, you know.
Yeah.
Because before there were different fractions of people would say like, oh, they're nationalists, you know, and or blah blah blah. These people don't like it. But now everybody's like, this is it. This is just a. But now, honestly, it doesn't matter. I remember there was one group of people. They were banned from carrying that symbol, so they just had like hats and towels, like they would just went from the sauna. So
Yeah.
basically that. You know, anything subversive
You
is
can't
now.
stop thought, right?
You can't stop thought. Yeah. So basically now you can, if you can't say "Живе Belarus," which is like the "Long live Belarus," which is our slogan, you know, you can start saying like "Slava Ukraini," which is like "Long live Ukraine," but people know what you mean. You know what I mean? And I love Ukraine too, you know, so it's like a double whammy, you know what I
But
mean?
that's the way it works. Anytime one of these dictators tries to like, well, you can't say this. All right, well, I'll just say that, and it'll mean
Yeah, it's meaningless.
carrot, motherfucker. You know
exactly. It can be literally anything. The game never stops. So when they took you in, did they took you just into the van or into a place?
Yeah, into the van, because if they took me into the place, I would have stayed there, you know, just the van. The van is fine, you know. Basically, long story short, you know, one of them said like everybody has a right to their opinion, which is, I was shocked, and they started asking questions
Free speech
about.
cops.
Yeah, those were, I got the good ones. Yeah, they started asking me, what's stand up? Oh, you've been in China, you've been in the United States, blah, 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 all that shit. And I swear to God, they said like, oh, you're a comedian, tell us a joke.
No.
So I fucking told them a joke, and I fucking killed. I swear to God, I killed.
Huge pressure.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I
it
thought for a
never
while.
ends.
That's the most offensive thing to Turner, this whole story you told.
Misha, did you see when Kanye? Okay, so that's your story you just told, and this other story I'm about to tell are proof that the "you're a comedian, tell me a joke" literally knows no bounds in this world. There was a video of like Kanye West was freaking out a couple months ago, and so Dave Chappelle flew to Kanye West's ranch in Montana to try to like make him, hey, calm down, everything's fine, we'll be all right. And so then they made a video that they put on Twitter being like, hey, I'm Kanye, I'm here with Dave Chappelle, he saved me, I love Dave, we're cool, everything's fine. But Dave, since you're here, tell everybody a joke.
But listen, that's been always my position. You know what I mean? When people say you're a comedian, tell us a joke, I tell them a joke.
Have one ready.
What joke did you tell?
Yeah. What's a good one for secret police?
I have that old one. Remember when I get coffee and the guy, you know, I try to practice my English, my Chinese in China.
Yeah.
You know, as I say, like I've lived in China, and so in Shanghai, nobody wants to speak Chinese. They all want to practice their English, and I just want to practice my Chinese. You know that stuff.
Yeah.
And should I tell it or?
You don't have to. I'm not making you tell it.
Yeah.
Tell us a joke.
But it's an old one that Turner knows. It just I just took the most sort of.
They liked it.
Just like a basic.
One.
Hey, important question. Did the hot blonde laugh? Because, you know, that's.
I mean, I heard laughter. It was just like a nice little woo, you know what I mean? So, but I was like so stressed out, and basically I went back. I started drinking right after that. You know, I was gonna stay sober for that show, but I was like, fuck that. You know, that was.
You still did the show?
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, the fans paid for it. You know,
it was a night to remember, actually, and now I'm back at AA. So
good.
One more question: when they were going through your phone, did they see our podcast on there? We would like to get banned in Belarus.
Did they subscribe?
Did they subscribe? Did you promote it?
Yeah, they all subscribed to Patreon. They're like, hey,
there you go.
They're rich. They're rich as fuck now because they get so much money. Yeah, they can afford it.
And
they can become like the.
So Misha, who's in charge now in reality of Belarus? Is anyone, or is it Russia? Is it Lukashenko? Is it the Europe? Like,
I don't even know. Like everything just operates on inertia. Maybe I don't know. I don't know how else to put it, because I mean, yeah, that's a good question. I don't know how that works because he has I mean, he has power. Like by the way, he opened the new subway line, like started breaking like the next day, and he opened the new fucking nuclear power station. Have you heard about that? And that's broken now too. They had explosions.
So we can't make the nuclear power plants or the trains run on time, is what you're saying. Just can't even get that right.